Hello YouTube, it is your boy B3 back with another kicking movie reaction review. Today we're actually going to talk about short films. I've watched a few short films recently, and most of them were like 4 minutes, and I was just going to not talk about them. But then I found like 3 movies about the Rake on Prime Video. And I think the Rake is kind of cool. He hasn't been done to death like Slender Man. He's another kind of internet legend monster, but this one doesn't have a known creator. The Rake is a internet urban legend creature, but it's got some stuff made for it. And then we're going to talk about some other short films as well. The first one is a Rake short film. It's just called Rake. It's just called Rake. All these short films can be found on Prime Video, by the way. It's from about 2015. It's 15 minutes long. After graduating college, 7 friends go camping in the desert only to be terrorized by a vicious monster inspired by the popular creepypasta The Rake, directed by Tony DeGaldio. It's horror. And you know, it's pretty cool. It's kind of minimalist. It's just like a campsite. Bunch of people who are graduating school and are going to be going their separate ways soon, or having one last big hurrah. It's attacked by the Rake. It's filmed pretty well. You know, it's got good locations. The acting's not bad. The Rake makeup could be a lot better. You can kind of see on like the edge where the cosmetics are, how it's kind of like flaking. So it looks like the cosmetics are starting to come off on the Rake mask. It's not exactly mask, but... And then the fingers look like sausages. They do. They look like sausages. But other than that, the rest of the effects are pretty good. But I do want to say, a bad practical effect will always be better than a bad digital effect. Just want to put that out there. I'd rather have... I mean, the design for the Rake is good, it just wasn't executed well. Like, I'd rather have a bad practical Rake than a bad CGI Rake. But the design itself is cool. He leaves one survivor. It's not clear why she survives, because it kind of... Because she's flashing back with some kind of meditation technique in therapy, and her therapist is also someone the Rake left alive after killing her family. And it's not clear. My theory is that, like, the Rake leaves one person alive to tell the tale or something crazy like that. Which is something I might add to the lore for it for a certain project I'm working on that involves the Rake in the future. But yeah, Rake, 15-minute short film on Amazon Prime. Fun watch. I'd say watch it. There are also 2 feature-length Rake films on Prime Video, and I will be watching and reviewing them very soon as well. The next short film is Space Monster. It's about a cop, and like a spaceship kind of like crashes, and a cargo thing from the spaceship lands in her backyard. An alien comes out of it, and she fights the alien and kills it. And it's not good at all. There's not a single redeeming thing about it. There's not even any dialogue. There's no dialogue. She and the alien are the only characters. She and the alien being the only characters isn't a bad thing if it's done correctly or well, but nothing was really done well about this. The CGI monster was very, very, very basic looking, incredibly basic looking monster. No imagination or thought put into it. The acting's not great. It's hard to get stuff across without dialogue. The acting's like really not great, and the special effects are the worst possible thing. The alien is animated terribly. And most of it is computer generated. And I'm talking like most of the short film, not most of the monster. Most of the short film is computer generated, and it's pretty damn bad. That's really it for Space Monster. I'm kind of trying to hit these fast. Then I watched one called The Monster. Very uncreative title, but very cool short film. If it could be made into a feature-length film, I think it would be a very cool, interesting idea. Like, so it's about a little girl who gets tucked into bed, and she's afraid of, like, monsters, and she, like, tries to talk to the monster under her bed and tell it not to hurt her, and the monster answers back. Like, she's having a dialogue with this monster, a pretty cool-looking monster. I like how it was done. And she's like, "Are you here to get me, Mr. Monster?" And he says, "No, I'm here for the one in your closet." And there appears to be, like, a human man in her closet, and she hides under the covers, and then you hear, like, the monster and man, like, the monster attacks the man, and then they both crash out the window. And then after we see a news report about missing children, someone's been, like, kidnapping or murdering children, and it seems like that monster actually killed a child predator, monster good guy. This could be a very interesting feature-length film where, like, the monster seems to be stalking this little girl, but in actuality he's protecting her from a real child predator. That is such a great idea for a movie. Holy shit, somebody make it, please. What an incredible idea for a film. I can't believe it was only 4 minutes. It should have been feature length. It should have been feature length. What a cool idea. Somebody make that a film, but if you make it a film, don't call it The Monster, because that's just such a shit title. It's been used multiple times. There's so many movies called The Monster or Monster that it's just like, pick something else, man. Pick something else. And then the last one is Jurassic Night, which is basically exactly like the Alien short film I already talked about. It's 4 minutes long. This guy gets home, and then there's a bunch of dinosaurs at his house because, like, they escaped a genetic facility, and they're running around town. So there's, like, a T-Rex outside his house. He runs into his house to get away from it. But then there's, like, some raptors in his house, and he shoots them dead. And then there's 2 compies in his house. I think that's what they're called. And he kills them, and then he runs outside and he shoots a gas tank and blows up the T-Rex all in the span of 4 minutes. And then it shows the city as a whole, and there's, like, dinosaurs wandering around it. Everything about it's pretty bad. The acting is pretty bad. The CG is really bad. The dinosaurs don't look good. No dialogue, once again. There's no one to have dialogue with, but I mean, you could talk to himself or something. Or call for help, or I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know what's up with these 4-minute short films without dialogue that would benefit from it. And if these, like, 4-minute shorts were just little YouTube videos that someone made, I probably wouldn't be as harsh on them. But they're, like, putting them on Prime Video, like they're this fancy thing. You know, they're putting them on a streaming service. And it's kind of like, maybe just keep them on YouTube. I mean, I'm glad the Rake and the Monster were on here. I would have found the Rake. I actually knew this short film existed before today when I was searching for Rake stuff. I already knew this film existed. I just hadn't watched it yet. I remember when it was being made, actually. It's a while ago. I've just never ended up watching it. The Rake was from Gearmark TV. They specialize in short films specifically. So, out of these, I would watch The Rake, not Space Monster. I would watch The Monster, but not Jurassic Night. Most of these can probably be watched on YouTube, if not all of them. I watched them on Prime Video. Definitely check out Rake and The Monster, if you can find them. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below, Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll see you all next time.